Originality is ruined. YouTube used to be a place where people can go and show their creative work. And now that there's money involved, people are going onto these social media platforms and just copying each other, using repetitive formats and creating things that don't really feel like themselves. And it's a little boring, I won't lie. YouTube has felt really boring, and social media just became a trap to keep your attention. So, I've been watching YouTube since 2010, and that was around the time when YouTubers created just to create. The money in YouTube wasn't a thing. It was cringe to be an influencer, YouTuber, social media star. And nowadays, YouTube is filled with creators who care about the money. And I want to preface that there's nothing wrong with caring about money and doing YouTube for the money. It's perfectly fine. That's not what my opinion is. I'm not saying that people shouldn't care about the money that goes into YouTube, because you're putting a lot of time and effort. You should get paid. You get your bag somehow. I am saying that there is a lot of people who are over optimizing their videos, copying different other creators' videos, and it makes YouTube feel boring. I don't know if anyone else felt this, but I feel like there isn't a lot of things to watch on YouTube, and there are a lot of creators who post on YouTube just because they want to create something and show people, but YouTube doesn't push them out as much as the creators who are over optimizing and playing the numbers game. And I've noticed this a lot in the big YouTubers too. My biggest inspiration for doing YouTube and social media in general is David Dobrik, Casey Neistat, and Ryan Higa. David's videos were always fun to watch, and his cinematography always made it feel like I was in the moment and that I was part of the group during these funny jokes or during these funny bits. And with Casey Neistat, he was always vulnerable with what he was going through in life. He could make anything he wanted into a story, which is a crazy feat, and he really made it feel like you were a part of his life. It's something that keeps drawing me back to the videos, being able to relate to them. And that's when I got into Ryan Higa, who is the epitome of relatability. First off, he's Asian like me, which is already one relation, but his content in general was always really relatable. And his skits were always so entertaining to watch. It always lightened my day whenever he would make a video and post it, because I knew that that video and that time I was dedicating to watching it was worth it. And these three creators didn't chase the spectacle. They created their own audience by being relatable. And there's not a lot of those comfort YouTubers anymore. A lot of people are going for the spectacle and trying to make videos that bring in clicks instead of making videos that create an audience. And you're able to just hang out with them for 20 minutes a day. I have to eat breakfast right now, so I'm gonna go make that. My brother. Say hi to my brother. So both Casey Neistat and David Dobrik created their own styles of videos. Casey Neistat obviously had these day in the life business vlogs where he took you through what he was struggling with today, what he was going to do, like an agenda, but also what the business side of YouTube, but his own company looks like. And David Dobrik, who captured fun moments that him and his friends were having to create an entertainment that people can watch at home. People saw Casey and David's success and they tried to copy it because they thought if it worked for Casey and David, they can definitely work for me. So now we see a bunch of business daily vlogs or business weekly vlogs, or we see a lot of compilations of people going on these trips or people spending time with their friends. But a lot of them aren't doing as well as David and Casey does. And the reason these videos aren't doing that well is because they aren't being themselves. I made my breakfast taco. Daniel also made a breakfast taco. I'm gonna eat it and then get ready for the day. So being yourself is where I think originality comes from. I see a lot of the time that people start social media and they go for what goes viral, what can get more clicks, what can get more views. I've fallen into that trap myself. I used to post content that talks about my own personal thoughts, my own personal feelings, and post content where it's like a diary for my friends and for me to look back on. But then
the views weren't doing that hot, so then I switched to viral videos, trending videos, and the views were good, but I quickly burnt out. I wasn't enjoying the videos I was making. I didn't really see a purpose for me because all these videos look the same as the other video. So then it's like, what's the point of my video being here if people can just watch this other YouTuber who is already more qualified than me? So then I switched back to making content that I enjoyed, and I switched back to making content that I originally made my YouTube channel for. And understanding why you made your YouTube channel or why you're doing social media is like a big part of what can keep your content original. I started this channel because I wanted a place for me and my friends to look back on, to kind of reminisce, be nostalgic about, but also kind of like a journal where you're able to see how you were feeling at that time. And I had to go back to that because that was my why on making this YouTube channel, on why I was doing social media, because it's a place where I want to reminisce about and kind of track like a journal. So when I started making content that was similar to that, I felt more passionate, I enjoyed it more, I definitely was not burning out as much, and my content process was a lot more fluid. So once I stopped caring about the numbers, I really enjoyed the content I was making, and the views might not be high, but the community I built and the people who commented are a lot higher than what it used to be when I was chasing for trends and virality. I think I was able to build a more uniform community and also enjoy what I was making as well. And I was able to make a style of content that I enjoyed doing. And that's how I was able to make a content style that's different than what everyone else on YouTube was doing. Earlier in this video, I said that originality was ruined, and I want to take that back. I was wrong. It's actually just harder to find. It's still out there, and it's in the people who know why they create. And that starts with the one question that you have to ask yourself: why do I do YouTube? Or why do I do social media? It's important to have this either on a sticky note so that you can reference it somewhere, or in your journal so that you can consistently reference it when you're falling down this rabbit hole of trends and over optimization. And it's okay to draw inspiration. I'm not saying that drawing inspiration from creators who have made it is bad, but in order to leave a mark on YouTube and on social media and to have a platform where you can amass a lot of money or amass a lot of followers, it's important to understand why you're doing this so that you don't lose yourself and lose the original purpose of why you're starting your social media journey.